guys, welcome back to another episode of Guitar Talk with Todd here at Todd Beebe Music. Thank you so much as always for checking in. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. You know I appreciate it. Find me on Facebook at Todd Beebe Music. We always got all things guitar going on here. Artist interviews, lessons, guitar reviews. That's what we're going to be doing today. Today we have another beautiful heritage guitar out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. This is a 2001 Heritage Academy. Any of you that are familiar with heritage guitars know that they also had the Prospect model, which is exactly like this pretty much, but it's a double cutaway. So the Academy is like the single cutaway version of the Prospect, which would have, you know, the cutaway up on the top too. Very, very beautiful guitars. These are some of the models that Heritage isn't making anymore currently at this time under the new ownership. But I love these. These are a little bit smaller body than a H535 or 555. You know, this is a Academy custom, so it does have the binding on the front and the back, and on the neck and the headstock. Just a lot of beautiful stuff going on here. Again, we'll get close-ups in the case like we always do. Beautiful sunburst finish, semi-hollow with the floating center block inside, so you get the nice, you know, acoustic quality, just like you would on a 535 or something without even being plugged in. Got the wood pick guard going on here. Academy standard would just have the plastic, but again, this is the custom model, so it has the wood pick guard. Trapezoid inlays here going on versus dots, which you would have on a standard. On the rosewood fingerboard, like we said, bound headstock with the Heritage on there. We actually have Sperzel locking tuners on here, and we're going to take a look, you know, up close at all this stuff in the case like we always do. Schaller hardware, we got Schaller pickups, which sound great, and the Schaller bridge and tailpiece here as well. Just a beautiful, beautiful instrument. Like I said, you get some nice acoustic properties out of this before you even turn it up. And then, of course, when you do, you've got, just like you do with anything semi-hollow, it's almost like you're dealing with a, you know, amplified acoustic in a way. Just beautiful acoustic qualities out of a guitar like this. But then, of course, when you know, crank her up, she's got all the great electric qualities you would expect out of this as well. So Heritage just does some beautiful, beautiful work there in Kalamazoo, Michigan. They have for many, many, many years. Still going strong today. Like I said, they're under new ownership now, but they're still cranking some great stuff out of Kalamazoo there in the original factory. So definitely check them out. Let's get some close-ups and take a look at this in the case like we always do and get some close-ups on everything. So here we go. Check her out. Okay, so here is the case for the 2001 Heritage Academy. This is the original case, of course, with the Heritage on the front. I always loved these cases. So this is all original, definitely period correct, and what this would have came in originally, still going strong in 2022. And there she is. They actually call this Almond Sunburst is actually the finish. It's just beautiful with the F holes here. Like I said, this is a semi-hollow guitar, and it is exactly like the Heritage Prospect, but the Prospect also has the cutaway up here too, so it's double cutaway. So you do get a little bit better access, I guess, to the higher frets and stuff on the Prospect. With the strap button and stuff where it is on this, it gets a little bit limiting sometimes if you have to get up here, but you can make it work. It's just, you know, the nature of the beast, and certainly a beautiful guitar and well worth working for it. But let's just get down here and look at some of this stuff. We got the great gold pickups going on here from Schaller. All Schaller hardware on here. Schaller. I say it both ways. Everybody says it different. I think everyone will tell you they know how it's pronounced, but I'm not sure if anyone really does, so we'll just go with both. Again, all this here, bridge, tailpiece, all Schaller, whichever you want to say. Nice wooden pick guard, which Heritage used to always do on their custom stuff, and this is a custom model, not a standard, so that pick guard is actually made out of wood. 2-volume, 2-tone control down there, the 3-way selector switch. Down here, I always liked on the Academy like this, these are spread out a little more than they are even on like H535 or something. I always liked that. It's not crowded at all. It's a great setup the way that they did that. Beautiful figuring here on this maple top for this model. Just beautiful, like we said, rosewood fingerboard with the trapezoid inlays. Coming all the way up here to the beautiful bound headstock with the Heritage on it. You got the classic Heritage truss rod cover, and we have Sperzel tuners on here. I'm going to talk about these in a minute. Let's flip her over here and get a look at the back. Okay, so on the back here, we've got beautiful figuring going on again on that wood right there, the Almond Sunburst. That's just gorgeous on the back of that. Just fantastic. Beautiful shape too for this model. This is 2022 when this is being recorded, and this is a 2001 model, so I mean, it's in fantastic shape. The owner pretty much babies this thing, and that's good to see. Got the beautiful binding going on there, mahogany neck coming all the way up here to the headstocks. Like I said, I want to talk about these Sperzel tuners, which I just love. If you're not familiar with these, I'm going to kind of explain them when I flip this back over. You can kind of see there where the screws are underneath. The story goes from the owner that this came out of the factory with Schaller tuners on it, all Schaller hardware, and the owner wanted Sperzel tuners put on. I've seen models come out of Heritage with Sperzel on them. So the story I was told is this was brought back to the factory and they threw the Sperzel tuners on here for him. And then I think they just, you know, put the screws there in the empty holes in case you ever wanted to swap those out again for something else. But obviously those screws are just for looks at this point. You can see the indentation there of where the original tuners were. And then, you know, these were put on, and then they just put the screws in there. But if you don't know how Sperzel tuners work, we've talked about them before. There's your locking turning key right there. Just remember that little knob there, that circle, because we're going to talk about that here again in a minute. Let's flip this back over. Okay, so on the front here, you've got that. You could see there's not even any windings around the post there, and that's kind of the whole point of locking tuners. You basically put the string through the post, don't give it any slack in the string like you traditionally would. You pull it tight, no slack at all, and then you tighten that knob on the bottom there. I'm trying to hit it with my thumb that we were looking at before. So you loosen that when you go to put the string through, and then once the string is pulled through tight, you tighten that knob. It locks it in place, and then you basically just tune it up to pitch and cut it off. So that's the whole point of the locking tuners. You don't have a bunch of windings going around the peg heads. And, you know, a lot of people think that cuts down on tuning problems, which it does. my personal opinion is 90% of tuning problems are right there in the nut. So if you're using, Big Ben's Nut Sauce or something, which I always love to promote, Big Ben's is an awesome company, and I use their stuff on all my guitars. I also put it down here on the bridge. Pretty much any contact point is where you want to use it. I also use it on old tuners to keep them lubricated. It's just a fantastic product, and they're just an amazing company too. So I will put a link to them below. Definitely check out Big Ben's Nut Sauce. But that, in my opinion, is going to solve 90% of your tuning problems right there. If the nut is filed properly and you're using Big Ben's, which I do religiously every time I change strings, you're not going to have that problem. Definitely Sperzel tuners help, though. You have less whining around the peg heads, and that's always a good thing no matter what. All right, so let's take one more look at her here. Full on in the case. The 2001 Heritage Academy in Almond Sunburst. Just a beautiful guitar. Alright guys, so there is the Heritage Academy in the case. Let's give her a test drive here like we always do and play some slide stuff. Keep it a little bit mellow on some blues, get some cleaner tones out of her, and then let her rip like I always like to. So let's see what she sounds like. Here we go. Check her out. Guys, so there is the Heritage Academy. What a beautiful piece. Thank you so much to our private owner for bringing this in today. Let me do a setup on it and doing a review here on Guitar Talk. So thank you guys for checking in. Make sure you check out Heritage Guitar. They are still going strong today in 2022 in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Check me out on Facebook at Todd Beebe Music. Once again, please hit that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner, you guys. Thank you so much as always for checking in. Like I said, we've got a lot of artist interviews, more lessons, more guitar reviews, music memorabilia showcases, all kinds of things coming up here we're going to be getting into. So please be with us. Thank you guys once again. Stay safe and love your dogs. We'll see you again. Take care.